Hello, everybody, and welcome to the July 2024 update for Agile Hive Cloud. This update video is the replacement for our public review this month, as due to the national holiday in the US, a lot of people cannot attend, and we thought this is a better way to get our latest news to your home or office, respectively. So let's get started. And as you can see, our next live session of Agile Hive Cloud Public Review, and as well our expert session with our SPCT SAFe expert Cindy Van Apps will take place on August the 1st of 2024. So mark your calendars for that already, please. Moving on to the general updates as usual. So there are some days left to register yourself for our Tools for Agile Teams at Scale Automotive Day, taking place from on the 9th of July 2024 in our headquarter office in Wiesbaden. So in case you are from Germany or any of the neighbored countries, please feel free to register yourself here. And the agenda is already pretty packed, so you might want to check out our website for more information and details. Another event you can come to and meet the Agile Hive team is the SAFe Summit Global in Washington, DC. This event will take place in October from the 14th to the 17th, and the Agile Hive team will be there with some of our experts, and you can talk to us in person, get some demo, ask us questions, discuss your feature requests and your use cases. So we are very happy to see you there, and we are looking forward to meeting you in person in Washington. As every month, in case you are currently evaluating Agile Hive for Jira Cloud, you can extend your 30-day free evaluation period initially granted via the Atlassian Marketplace by simply reaching out to our support team via the URL that you can see here on the slide. And we will grant you more time for your Agile Hive Cloud evaluation. So feel free to reach out and discuss your specific needs with our support team. Moving on to the product updates and demo. So over the last 4 weeks, we released 3 new versions of Agile Hive Cloud. Most of them should be already installed in your Jira Cloud site. And as usual, our team is aiming towards releasing a new version every Tuesday, as long as there's something to release, of course. So you might want to check our changelog. You can find this in our knowledge base. The URL is on that slide right here. And just a quick reminder that the version we shipped on June the 6th was considered a major release. So a Jira administrator needs to manually install this version in the universal plugin manager of your Jira Cloud site. And in case your Agile Hive site is not yet up to date, you might want to check the universal plugin manager of Jira for an update. What did the team work on over the last 4 weeks, or what did we release? I think, our major feature or major new feature is the art planning board. That was regularly requested by a lot of our customers already, and we were able to release a first version of that some days back. And also, we improved the ArtPI overview report widget. That now also includes team level issues without parent, making the story point overview that you get for all of your issues and all of your teams even more precise on the art level. And we will take a closer look at that in a minute. And for that, I will share our demo site with you. And you can already see that we are here looking at a art level report. We do have our Art New York in our demo site. And as you can see, the PI is already finished. They did not really yeah, they haven't been able to complete all the story points that they have planned or that they had planned. In fact, only 31% of the story points planned have been burned. And now we can take a look at the RPI overview, and we can see, okay, there have been some team issues planned without an art parent connection or link. And yeah, it looks like those 5 story points have not been an issue here. Those 5 story points could have been burned in the last PI without any impediment. So our team Brooklyn has been able to complete all of those 5 story points, and this table row is new and will include all the issues that teams have planned that do not have any connection to an art level parent. Moving on to the art planning board, you can already see it sitting here in the top project navigation of Agile Hive. And the art planning board basically is a read-only board. You could also call it quite a big report, as you cannot really edit data here. And this art planning board displays you with the estimated completion dates for art level issues based on the team planning on the level below and all the stories the teams have planned for this PI we are looking at right now. And the projection of all the stories planned to the linked art issues basically is the art planning board. And you can see that the art planning board is built up basically like the team breakout board. We do have one PI. We are looking at one PI at a time. We do have all the iterations visualized up here, and we can select any of our other PIs in the PI selection dropdown in the top right corner. Then we do have one swim lane in the art planning board for each of the teams that are part of the art that we are currently in. And we can see that there are some art level issues already visualized in the board. And also we do have dependency lines between issues on the art level here. So as we can see here, there's a red line, which is considered critical. Usually in PI planning, teams should then go ahead and revise their plan for the upcoming PI in case of a red dependency in the art planning board as well. So this could have been resolved by the teams in the PI planning. Since this PI is already finished, I guess this hasn't been resolved, but it should have been a very alarming indicator already. So how does the art planning board work? As already mentioned, the issues here that we see are being visualized based on the team level planning. So if I go to any of those issues and I can take a look at the safe hierarchy, I can see that this art level issue does have a lot of user stories that are linked to that issue in the Agile Hive hierarchy. I can also see that there are at least 2 teams contributing work to this art level issue. I could also reference the teams involved field here on the right, and I can see, okay, Team Brooklyn and Team Bronx are contributing work to this art level issue. And it looks like this art level issue has been at work, or there has been work being done for this art level issue for some PIs already. So you can see there are some of 2023 which this issue has been under construction already. And also I can see that the owning team is the Team Bronx. So in case this issue would not have been delivered in time, I could reach out to this team and ask them about a status update on that. So I can see there are a lot of stories planned for this art level issue. And it looks like the last story that is connected to this issue will be finished in the 3rd iteration of the PI. And because of that, the art level issue is being visualized in the art planning board for the 3rd iteration. Also, you might wonder why this issue card is being visualized in the Team Bronx swim lane, and that's quite easy to explain. So if I click on this little icon here, I can see all the teams that are contributing work to this issue. And also I can see the owning team for this art level feature. and this is set to Team Bronx. So this issue is one that Team Bronx is in the lead for, so it will be visualized here. In case the owning team is not set, like for this issue, the issue code will be visualized in that team swim lane that contributes the last, or that completes the last user story or team level issue that is linked with the art feature. So in this case, it looks like Team Brooklyn is the team that has the last user story planned that is connected to the Art New York 3 issue. And this is why the issue card appears here. The art planning board can also be filtered via JQL, so you can filter it down, just to fit your needs. And you can also use the update data button in case any of the teams or any of the other arts or any of your planning states might change over time, to always receive the latest version of the art planning board while you are already viewing it. All right. So much for the demo part. Now let's move on and take a look at our migration roadmap. As you might know, we have already shared our migration roadmap outlook on our knowledge base. You can find that at the URL on the slide. And our current estimation is that we will be finished with our migration path somewhat around October, November this year. There are a lot of complex tasks still to resolve. So I think this is a quite realistic estimation that we came up with. We will continue to provide updates on our progress in our public reviews, nonetheless. So you are always, so you are always up to date where we stand. So you can see that we are currently implementing the custom field migration paths and preparing alpha version of the new migration path release for internal tests, and also we are already running internal tests. But as I mentioned, this might take some more time since it's a quite complex thing to implement. Looking at our short-term roadmap, what's the team working on beside migration? So we are currently adding search suggestions to some custom fields for improved usability in JQL search. So for example, for the PI involved or the teams involved field, you can in the future use our search suggestions to improve your JQL search capabilities in case you are not somebody who is using the JQL search with internal IDs of various entities, which I think nobody does. So you will, it from, or the sprint field of Jira, where you can just enter some sprint name and it will automatically suggest you with the matching sprint ID. Something like that will be coming for Agile Hive as well. Also, we will add information on the teams involved, the owning team, and PI involvement to the issue list view, extending the capabilities of issue list to be more flexible, and you can use that easier to have a overview of a bulk of issues and receive information on the planned PIs and also the teams that are contributing work for a larger number of issues in one view. Next up will be the prototype implementation of flow metrics. We will provide some updates on that with the next public review in August, and also various bug fixes and performance improvements. If you take a look at our changelog, you will see that there are a growing number of bug fix releases. So we are trying at the moment to improve product overall quality and reliability. So this is one of our focus topics at the moment. And as already mentioned, migration path is still ongoing. Looking at our roadmap for the midterm, like the next 2 to 3 months, you can see that we are currently working on improving the art planning board, add some functionality that didn't make it in time for the initial release. And also, as already mentioned, prototype implementation of flow metrics is something that we are working on, and also something that was requested several times, especially in context of migration from server or data center to cloud, is that we are working on a concept for manual configuration of Jira boards and sprint mappings in Agile Hive. So at the moment, when you add a new project to Agile Hive Cloud, it will take the Jira board with the lowest board ID and use this board for creating sprints for PIs and also create the mappings. And this is not always the correct board to use, as there might be Jira projects that exist for a very long time and that do have multiple boards included. So there's a growing need of our customers to have more control and some manual configuration capability to select a specific board and also map specific sprints with each of Agile Hive's iterations. So this is something that we are currently working on a concept. And as already mentioned, we are working on usability and performance improvements and also the migration path from Agile Hive on-prem to cloud. Coming up later, I think in August, will be implementation of the reports for solution trains and portfolios. We are currently still gathering information on the performance, especially of ART planning, of ART reports, as there might be especially in very large Agile release trains, there might be a very large number of issues that we need to consider for ART reports. And this might have a massive impact on the overall performance. So we are still gathering information there and preparing for implementation of solution train and portfolio reports with that in mind. In case you have any feedback or input on our roadmap or on the product itself, you can always reach out via the link displayed on the slide. And to close this brief update video, I want to remind you that the next public review and expert session will take place on August the 1st. Mark your calendars for that. So thank you for watching this video, and looking forward to see you in the August review. Bye-bye.